I'm Max Wiley and I'm reporting from the RSS annual conference, which this year comes from Belfast. I'm with David Smallbone, who's the Vice Chair of the RSS Business and Industrial Section, who is delivering a session on predictive maintenance, algorithms and engineers. Hi, David.
Hi.
So firstly, I just wanted to ask you about the section, if you could kind of give me a bit of detail on what you do, your role in it.
Sure. So our section's obviously business and industrial statistics, and so it's really focused on the application of statistics in industry and in business, using data to help managers make better decisions and change the way they do their processes. We try to make our sessions as appealing as we can to a sort of broad audience. We try and reach out to practitioners of statistics and data science across all of business and industry. So a lot of those will be analysts or engineers who might not have a traditional statistical background but have come to the profession and aware of the society through their work. So we try to make sure that we hold talks that are kind of informative and engaging without being too kind of formally driven, so to try and increase our appeal and spread the good words about statistics as widely as we can.
That's what we like to hear. So can you tell me a bit about your session on predictive maintenance?
So we're holding a discussion session around predictive maintenance because this is one of the areas that in my role as a sort of consultant in asset management we come across a lot as a requirement of asset intensive organisations to better understand when it is that their assets are likely to fail and what the potential consequences of that are. Organisations have a lot of highly qualified, highly paid engineers that spend all of their time moving data around from spreadsheet to spreadsheet in an attempt to try and come up with better ways of setting their maintenance and asset management regimes. And we think there's a real opportunity for statisticians and data scientists to use the available tools and the sort of speed and the pace at which we can now do some of those analysis to help take the tedious drudgery of the data engineering and analytics away from the engineers and allow them to better interpret the results and use them to come up with better ways of doing maintenance. And it's got a lot of value to the business because obviously the costs of fixing a broken asset are much more expensive than those of getting in advance and managing to replace or repair it. So it's got real value to the industries themselves.
And I should have asked, what exactly is predictive maintenance for people kind of who aren't in the know?
Okay, so typically the predictive maintenance challenge will be about trying to take a bunch of assets and understand which of those are either most likely to fail next, so you can better target resources and get in there before something bad happens, or it's about trying to classify over a period of time how many of your assets are likely to break so that you can have the right people, resources, labour, plant and materials to help plan for those and do those fixes.
Why do you think it's such a hot topic at the moment?
Whether it's a hot topic across all of data science or not, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of exciting stuff going on around sort of finance and customer-focused data analytics that we see sort of more broadly in my work. But I still think there's quite a big fundamental, difficult challenge in the whole sort of asset space and the Internet of Things and the ability to now get information in real time from assets that are out there via sensors, transmit them via the cloud or directly into people's data warehouses and then do the analysis in sort of near real time is what is making it something that people are starting to really take interest in. I think for the last sort of 10, 20, 30, 40 years even, people have known that there is an opportunity there, and we've seen it in things like aerospace for quite some time. But it's been really difficult for kind of classic infrastructure owners like railways, water companies and power companies to really tap into that expertise. We're finally starting to see the technology come of age, and with that, the opportunity to get hold of that data and apply the statistical and data science techniques to it has really started to come of age as well.
And what do you see are kind of the next challenges, the next hurdles in that?
I think the real challenge that we've got in this space is working out how best to work with the data. So organisations are very protective of their data and will quite often want to actually build their own internal capabilities, which is great, and we're seeing more of it, and we're seeing some really great people being attracted to asset-intensive organisations. But the flip side of that is that they will be working within their own little bit of the business, and they might not have access to all the tools they need or learn all the techniques. So it's about getting the balance right between using tried and tested techniques that are safe within an organisation and also having access to the latest cutting edge tools and technologies, say through cloud-based technology.
So what are you expecting to get from the discussion this afternoon?
Well, we're trying to make it a slightly different session. I think partly due to the challenges that I've talked about, there's not a lot of great publicly accessible information that we can share about what the organisations are up to. So instead, we want to ask exactly the questions you've been asking around, what is predictive maintenance? Why is it important? And what are the opportunities? And hold more of a discussion session around that. So I'm looking forward to connecting with various practitioners from across industry, from across academia, some people who are maybe new to the issue and have got some great ideas from statistics and data science, and sort of throwing them all into the mix and seeing what we can get out of that.
Okay, great. And is there anything in particular you want to plug in terms of things the section's working on in the future?
Obviously, I want to plug our next section meeting. So that's coming up later on in the year, and it will be a bit of a taster of one of the courses that RSS uses to help data scientists and statisticians in industry influence their managers. So it's about helping your managers to make better decisions. So we've got Roland from our committee will be presenting on that and giving an overview and some of his tips and tricks from his many years as acting as a consultant to those types of businesses. Okay, great. Thank you so much, David. It's really good to speak to you. And yeah, I hope the session this afternoon goes well. Thank you. Thanks.